Good evening, British expat in the Philippines. Well, it was a busy day today. I went all the way up to Vegan and all the way back, all in one day. Took 4 hours in a bus and 4 hours in the bus to come back. And I was able to spend a leisurely 3 hours filming, which I hope that many of you get a chance to watch, because I tended to walk well away from the touristy part to show you that the rest of the area outside the tourist area is just as intriguing and interesting in terms of all the old style buildings. It's a historic one. It's part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and it's definitely worth a visit to Vegan, which is in Ilocos Norte. And my thoughts today have involved a word or an understanding. The understanding is that many of you come here to the Philippines seeking out a wife. Of course, you're looking for a traditional woman. Well, it's something I've actually discovered myself, really. When you have an age gap difference, the problem is you're living with a different generation. Now, in the case of somebody who's around 50, if I'm living with someone who's 50, I'm living with someone with the mindset in the West of that being my son. And my son is 48, so I know the difference of opinions that come as a result of my son's generation. But if I, for instance, mix with someone who's maybe 10 years older, I'm 10 years older than them, then clearly what there is there's a big sister, little brother, or a big brother, little sister relationship. In other words, we've grown up in the same period, but we haven't actually missed out a generation. We're still part of the same generation, but at different steps of that generation. Now, the one advantage of a Filipino woman is that they age gracefully. But what you guys are looking for is somebody who has what you call the traditional leaning towards in the way they treat you as their husband. Now, I really do think that many of you come here wanting to replicate America, replicate Australia, or New Zealand, or parts of Europe. And that's the wrong way to look at coming here. There's too many people going back disappointed, unable to handle living here in the Philippines. It's like living on a movie set. You're trying to create all of the wardrobe to suit what you remember life was like when you were growing up, when you planned to have a wife for life. So the thing to remember is also the intellectual level of somebody who is 8-10 years younger than you, is that they've gone through all of those testing times of children, parents often passing away, maybe even many separations. So they become accepting and understanding how those things work, especially here in the Philippines. But what I suppose I'm getting to is, I think you really do have a better chance with someone closer to your own age, because your sense of humor will not be understood by a younger person. They may laugh because it sounds funny and it looks good to pretend that they understand what you're talking about. But you can pretty well know from body language whether somebody gets the innuendo or the joke when they're older, because they probably heard it in another form somewhere else. The other thing to remember is the word. You're not looking for a nurse. Many of you, I believe, come here with the idea that somebody will nurse you in your old age, will be there to wipe your bum, to give you medicine, to give you a massage, to shower you, to toilet you. Now that's a nurse. That's like a carer. That's like a live-in carer. Now, of course, with your pension, you could probably afford one of those. But if you're looking for a companion, a partner, maybe even a lover, you need to find somebody who is caring. In other words, they have an empathy with you. They care for you. They want to see you happy. They want to be 24/7 at your beck and call, in the sense not like a slave, but to make sure that you have got your shirt on the right way round, that you did brush your teeth this morning, whatever numbers you've got in there. But more importantly, they notice things about you because they have a caring side to them. They've cared for their mother, they've cared for their father, and they've had a duty in doing that. And by having you then in their life, they not only have somebody, an adult,